Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Respected friends, welcome you all. In this world, everyone is knowingly or unknowingly dedicated to small extent or big extent to something or the other. We are here dedicated to the study of our Tattva Shastras, Vedanta Shastras, Upanishad Shastras, Brahmatmaikimoda, Jnana giving Shastras. We are doing the way which we can do at present with our abilities, capacities, as gained by us, given by the Lord. You all also are a part of it. It's a very happy thing, very joyous thing to know it. Appreciations to you, congratulations to you, welcome to you all with the simple submissions that may this study of Shastras be not given up till the ultimate is reached. Here we are studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad, a beautiful, very necessary topic of what constitutes jiva. All the ingredients which go in the making of jiva are being explained. Very important to know, which also therefore tells us ki a bound jiva, why and how he is bound. Thus, when we know the hetu cause of bondage, we can obviously know the hetu cause for the moksha also. So, such an important topic for a sublime, serious, sincere seeker. We are being guided in by the Shwethashwathara Rishi. Let us continue that in the fifth chapter, mantra 8 onwards. Before that, our Vedic chanting, maybe 2 more days for this Dashama Mandala to get over. If the Ekadasha is there, we do. If not, we shift to the chanting of Prasthanatraya with Bhashyam for 10-15 minutes. Then our common sense thought, then our Prarthana and Sankalpa, then our Upanishad Mantrocharana, and then as said, Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam. Let us do our Veda Parayanam 169 onwards. 10th Mandalam Rigveda. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Dashama Mandalam Atha Ekona Saptati Adhika Shatatama Anuvakaha Om Om Mayo Bhurvato Avivatusra Urjasvatiroshadhira Rishantam Pivasvatir Jeevadhanyah Vivantvavasaya Padvate Rudram Mruda Yaha Sarupa Virupa Ekarupaya Samagnirishtya Nama Nivedam Ya Angirasastapaseh Chakrustabhyah Parjanyamahi Sharma Yacha Ya Deveshu Tanvamairayantaya Sam Somo Vishwa Rupa Nivedam Ta Asmabhyam Payasa Pinvamanaha Prajavatirindra Goshterihi Prajapatirmahyametararano Vishwair Pitrubhis Samvidhanah Shiva Satirupano Goshtamakastasam Vayam Prajayasam Sadema 170 onwards. Vibhrad Bruhat Pibatu Somyam Madhvayurdadadyajnapatavavi Hrutam Vatajoto Yo Abhirakshatitmana Prajah Uposha Purudha Virajate Vibhrad Bruhat Subhrutam Vajasatamam Dharman Divo Darude Satyamarpitam Amitraha Vrutraha दस्युहन्तमं ज्योतिर्जज्ञे असुरः सपत्नः इदं श्रेष्ठं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरुत्तमं विश्वजिद्धनजिदुच्यते बृहत् विश्वभ्राड्भ्राजो महिसूर्यो दृश उरु प्रभते सह ओजो अच्युतम् बिभ्राजन् ज्योतिषा स्वर्गच्छोरोचनं दिवः ये नेमा विश्वा भुवनान्याभृता विश्वकर्मणा विश्वदेव्यावता त्वं त्यमिटतोरतमिन्द्रप्रापः सुतावत् प्रावः सुतावतः अशृणोः सोमिनो हवम् त्वं मखस्य दोदतः शिरोवत्त्वचोभरः अगच्छ सोमिनो गृहम् त्वं त्यमिन्द्रमर्त्यमास्त्रबुध्नाय वेन्यम् मुहुश्रत्नामनस्य वे त्वं त्यमिन्द्रसूर्यं पश्चासन्तं पुरस्कृति देवानां चित्तिरोवशम् आयाहि मनसा सह गावः सचन्तवर्तनिं यदूथभिः आयाहि वस्व्याधियामं हिष्टो जूजारयन्मकः सुदानुभिः विदुभृतो न तन्तुमित्सुदानवः प्रतिदद्मो यजामसे उषा अपस्वसुस्तमः संवर्तयति वर्तनिं सुजातथा आत्वाहार्षमन्तरेधि ध्रुवस्तिष्ठा विचाचलिः विशस्त्वा सर्वा वाञ्छन्तु मा त्वद्राष्ट्रमधिभ्रशतो इह वै दिमापच्योष्ठाः पर्वत इवाविचाचलिः इन्द्र इवेह ध्रुवस्तिष्ठेह राष्ट्रमुधारय इममिन्द्रो अधीधरध्रुवं ध्रुवेण हविषा तस्मै सोमो अधिब्रवत्तस्मा उब्रह्मणस्पतिः ध्रुवाद्योर्ध्रुवा पृथिवी ध्रुवास पर्वता इमे ध्रुवं विश्वमिदं जगद्ध्रुवो राजा विशामयम् ध्रुवन्ते राजा वरुणो ध्रुवं देवो बृहस्पतिः ध्रुवन्त इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च राष्ट्रं धारयतां ध्रुवम् ध्रुवं ध्रुवेण हविषा विसोमं वृषामसे अथोत इन्द्रः केवलीर्विशो बलिहृतस्करत् अभिवर्तेन हविषा येनेन्द्रो अभिवावृते तेनास्मान् ब्रह्मणस्पतेभिराष्ट्राय वर्तय अभिवृत्य सपत्नानभियानो अरातयः अभिवृतन्यन्तं तिष्ठाभियो न इदस्यति अभित्वा देवः सविताभि सोमो अभिवृतत अभित्वा विश्वा भूतान्यभिवर्तो यथा ससि येनेन्द्रो हविषा कृत्य भवद्युम्युत्स्नम् द्युम्न्युत्तमः इदं तदक्रिदेवा अधपत्नः किला भुवम् अधपत्नः सपत्नाभिराष्ट्रो विशासहिः यथाहमेषां भूतानां विराजा निजनस्य च प्रवोग्रावाणः सविता देवः सुवतु धर्मणा धूर्षु युज्यध्वं सुनुत ग्रावाणो अपदुच्चु नामपसेदत दुर्मतिम् उस्राह कर्तनभेषजम् ग्रावाण उपरेष्वामहीयन्ते सजोषसः वृष्णे ददतो वृष्ण्यम् ग्रावाणः सवितानुवो देवः सुवतु धर्मणा यजमानाय सुन्वदे प्रसूनवरुभूणां बृहन्नवन्तवृजन क्षामाये विश्वधाय स्नोष सोष्णं धेनुं न मातरम् प्रदेवं देव्या धिया वरता जातवेदसम् हव्यानो वक्षदानुषक अयमुष्य प्रदेवयुर्होता यज्ञाय नीयते रथो नयोरभिवृतो गृणीवाञ्चेततित्मना अयमग्निरुरुष्यत्यमृतादिवजन्मनः सहसश्चित्सहीयां देवो जीवातवे कृतः पतङ्गमक्तमसुरस्य मायया हृदा पश्यन्ति मनसा विपश्चितः समुद्रे अन्तः कवयो विचक्षते मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेदसः पतङ्गो वाचं मनसा बिभर्तितां गन्धर्वो वदद्गर्भे अन्तः तां द्योतमानां स्वर्यं मनीषामृतस्य पदे कवयो निपान्ति अपश्यम् गोपामनिपद्यमानमा च परा च पतिभिश्चरन्तं ससद्रीचीः सविशोचीर्वसान आवरि वर्तिभुवनेष्वन्तः त्यमूषु वाजिनं देवजूतं सहावानं तरुतारं रथानाम् अरिष्टनेमिं पृतनाजमाशुं स्वस्तयेतार्क्ष्यमिहाहुवेम इन्द्रस्येव रातिमाजोहुवानाः स्वस्तये नावमिवारुहेम उर्वीन पृथ्वी बहुले गभीरे मा वामे तौ मा परे तौ रिषाम सद्यश्चिद्यः शवसा पञ्चकृष्टिः सूर्य इव ज्योतिषापस्तथा न सहस्रसाः शतसा अस्य संब्रह्मिर्नस्मा वरन्ते युवतिन्न शर्याम् उत्तिष्ठातव पश्यतेन्द्रस्य भागं मृत्वियं यदि श्रातो जुहोत न यद्यश्रातो ममत्तन श्रातं हविरोऽश्विन्द्र प्रयाहि जगामसूर्यो अध्वनो विमध्यम् परित्वासते निधिभिः सखायः कुलपान प्राजपतिं चरन्तम् श्रातं मन्य ऊधनिश्रातमग्नौ सुश्रातं मन्येतद्रुतन्नवीयः माध्यन्दिनस्य सवनस्य तद्र पिबेन्द्र वज्रिन् पुरुकृजुषाणः ॐ शान्तिः 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 tomorrow if needed 2-3 minutes more will take to conclude this dashama mandalam a very good effort of chanting these veda mantras definitely we can expect that the rishis of these Vedas, the Shruti Mata will bless us with the required sublimity of our inner personality for the understanding of these mantras and their indications as well as implications. Friends, in today's second topic of our common sense thought is very simple, direct, that as we grow in our lives understandings, while studying all Shastras, what is the growth in understanding is to understand the same things more deeply, more sublime way. There will be no new things. Same things will be there, but how deeply we have understood, how deeply we have tuned with them, how totally we are in the identification with them, how much we are lost into them to gain ourselves. That's the thing. The details remain the same. Any number of Upanishads we listen, study from any number of the gurus, as many times as possible. Thing remains the same. So just focus on these 5-6 words. How much the deeper meaning of these words has been realized by us, has percolated, permeated into us. Just with poise, with composure, with attentiveness. Feel about each of them. Not only now, not now, in your own leisure. That shows what we have done so far. That determines where do we stand now. That tells us where we have to go further. है ना? In this, the 5 or 6 words, one by one, let's see. Very simple, very familiar, very everyday, maybe 20 times we may listen about them. We talk about them. One by one word. First word is utilizing the gift given to you and us, I as human beings by the Lord, the intellect, the thinking capacity. You know, one by one. First one is thinking. First of all, have we started thinking? Not imagining, not worrying, not brooding, not projecting, but actually using the intellect to think. Have we started our thinking? First point. Second, how much authentic is that thinking? Is it backed by proper authority? Second. Third, how continuous, constant is this thinking? Thinking, you can talk it as searching or inquiring, any of these synonymous words you can add. But I am bestowed with the intellect. It is meant for this thinking, inquiring, contemplating, searching, isn't it? Because in that only all the remaining things depend on. So, have I started thinking? Is my thinking authentic? How vast or continuous it is? How deep it is? How much with calmness, composure, that thinking of mine, right? And naturally, this thinking always is about two things, about our outer worldly vyavahara, every aspect of it. So, too, mainly you and I are committed, supposedly expected, for spirituality, the spiritual thinking. You know, how much we are involved in it, and all the aspects. Thinking about the goal, the means, every day what we discuss. Are we in that mood all the time? Isn't it? It's a beautiful occupation. The thinking is, you know, when it is rightly utilized, when it is not misunderstood, rather, in the sense, the worrying and brooding should not be taken as thinking. Thinking is the sacred, very respectful word as well as occupation it is. पूजित विचार कहते हैं उसको thinking. And mind you, out of those positive, beautiful thinkings only, come the poets, isn't it? Come the artists, come the social workers, come out the great technicians, great politicians, great scientists, great saints and sages. They're all outcome of the thinking one. It's a very powerful, very sacred thing. Have we started? If we think in our life, most of the time, we are confused, worried, brooding only. With the poise, understanding what is the meaning of thinking, have we started thinking? What is familiar to us thinking? But have we understood it? Are we deep in it? This word how many times we heard. And how many times we say every day, yes, I thought. Yes, I am thinking. Let me think. Please think. कहाँ किया हमने इतना विचारणा बैठ कर, है ना? Minimum coming to class to get the information we are doing, but that is very minimum in that we have not started what we have to do. Somebody else is doing it for us. Somebody is speaking and giving data, which never helps. Like somebody in a shop tells you the data about that particular product. But it's you and I who have to take up the details given and think whether it is what he said is, first of all, correct or not. Second, useful to me or not, needed to me or not. Then I decide no whether I should go for it or not. First word we have talked about is thinking. Vicharana, the respectful, reverential, conscious, single pointed, self applied thinking about the worldly, about the spiritual. है ना? In the worldly way, thinking about everything, my health status, my financial status, my relations, my duties towards them, every one of them come, whichever are required, all of them, about all of them we have to think. Even we can go little higher if we think we are capable. It should be also, as we said yesterday, this topic about the world also, about the world's total world's evolution, उसका भी हमें सोचना है, because later on as a part of evolution We'll have to do that or will be used for that. For what? For the contribution, for the evolution of the total. है ना? जो कोई भी आप देखोगे इस समाज में, worldly way में भी, spiritual way भी, whoever have evolved, one of the very salient, conspicuous aspect of their evolution is they are contributors to the total. Isn't it? A scientist. He is discovering one thing on his own with his own interest. But that's going to contribute to the whole world tomorrow. A medical expert, he is doing his research for a medicine. वो पूरे करोड़ों लोग अगर वो क्लिक हो गया तो उससे बेनिफिट पाएंगे कि नहीं? Isn't it? A builder or an architect or an yeah, engineer, civil. One bridge if he is thinking about, he is planning well and constructing it with all his workers. In that bridge made in the 50 years, 100 years, whatever, how many crores of people cross it? You know? So slowly our thinking can include the samashti too, because it is a necessary thing on the path of evolution. No individual is given permission to evolve spiritually unless he shifts his attention from the individual to the total's benefit, total's help, total's evolution, total's happiness, totality's happiness. Words you can use. Didn't we study this thoroughly in our Taittiriya Upanishad? अन्नमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामति प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामति मनोमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामति विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामति आनन्दमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामति. We have studied it thoroughly in that Upanishad. The meaning of that was that slowly he, from his individual Annamaya, he starts catering to the total Annamaya. From that he comes to his own individual Pranamaya. From his Pranamaya, he'll go to the total Pranamaya. From that to his individual Manomaya. From the individual Manas to total Mana. That's how the Upasankaramana is given to us, if you remember. Because in the thinking for the total alone, the biggest obstacle of individuality can be transcended. You see, ahankara ati dukha damaruha. Didn't we see that joint pain of ego, etc., in our Tulsi Ramayana Manasika Roga? So, big subject it is. So, first thing we talked about is the thinking about it. It has to start. If it has not started, there's no meaning in my talking of the next words. But still, we talk for the sake of academic interest. Second thing, word which is very respectful, very again valuable, which is so abused, misused by frequent use is the understanding, Anna, which is born out of the thinking only, isn't it? जब विचारण करते हैं तो बात समझ में आता है. हमने ये वर्ल्डली चीजों के बारे में भी, स्पिरिचुअल चीजों के बारे में भी, जिसके बारे में सोचा, कितना समझा हमने. Okay, and before thinking, getting the data from someone else through listening or from the books. That's data required, then only you can think. कोई data ही नहीं है तो अब क्या सोचोगे? So that goes without saying. We started with the first word of thinking only. Imagining that you are collecting data by coming to this class, etc. Second word is the understanding aspect. In that understanding, again, how complete is our understanding, how correct is our understanding, our how precise is our understanding, isn't it? To the point, every aspect. Like the doctor having seen the reports, he thinks and then he understands clearly, completely, precisely that according to this report, to this patient, this is the cause of this particular disease. Isn't it? He'll have to clearly understand after clear thinking. उसमें बहुत सारे चीजें होते हैं. एक तो agar symptom is fever, tests are done. What exactly the cause? First, out of 10 possible causes, 9 are ruled out, and one he'll have to come to the understanding. So, his frequent continuous upsurge in the temperature is caused by this particular infection, whatever it may be. I don't know medical terms. My example के लिए बता रहा हूँ. So he'll have to go to that. है ना? For this particular reason is frequent bouts of fever, whatever you call. Then into that also you'll have to understand that particular disease, to which parts it is there, how much it is there, isn't it curable or not curable. इतना सारा उनको समझना पड़ता है ना, like fracture X-ray is seen. So to nearby only there are so many bones. वो बोलते हैं मुझे एड़ी में दर्द हो रहा है. अब एड़ी में इतनी हड्डी होती है, कौन सा कितना टूटा. In that X-ray, doctor will know. है ना? It is a hairline fracture or big fracture or what sort of it. Some are there, you can never repair them. That's बस उसको पास में इकट्ठा रखना पड़ता है. Whenever that gets disturbed, you will get again pain. Throughout life, it is like that. Whatever. So you understand the meaning of the word understanding. How much we have understood. In that understanding, what is exactly subject that is to be understood, and only one more word I'll talk about, the Mahatmya of that. So I am thinking, I am understanding, and I am understanding its glory. Let us talk positive things only. About the word. Understanding me, every detail of it I must know, and therefore its glory. Like if I think about the finances, I must understand what is the meaning of finances and its glory. How much the need of that finance for a comfortable life. अगर सोचोगे नहीं, समझोगे नहीं, आगे नहीं बढ़ोगे. In the same way, of all spiritual aspects, the understandings, like the understanding about the Upanishads and their glory, and understanding about the Brahma Tattva and its glory, understanding about the Ishvara and his glory, understanding about the Guru, the requirement of Guru and his glory. The clear cut understandings and its glory, details and the Mahatmya. Like, I have to understand who are the ones coming to the class. Then I must also, in my thinking and understanding, understand the glory of them. Being in the Grahastha ashrama with so much a busy schedule, where crores and crores of people are lost in it, meaningfully or meaninglessly, needfully or needlessly, that is second. Not available at all for this. Out of those crores, if some of you are so serious, so sincere, regular, what a colossal achievement it is. How many people is it possible to be able to apply oneself consistently to listen to Upanishads? You know, should I not understand the great status of such people? कौन सुनता है आजकल बताओ उपनिषदों को? कहने वाले ही नहीं है पहली बात. Entertaining things people will discuss, share. Same type of people will come, and as a formality, they call they are spiritual. But in our classes, how deep, how serious, how sincere every day we are. Without break, even one day from 2000 days you are coming. What a glory! And none of the rishis of the Upanishads also must have studied every day because they are anadhyena dinas are there. जैसे अमावास्या व्यतिपात एकादशी या कुछ दिन होते हैं प्रार्थना में पढ़ना नहीं करके. That is to take rest and to re-prepare oneself and to attend to other necessary things. But in our class, so we never gave. So I am to anyway have nothing else to do, therefore I am doing. But how come you are coming? So when I think, when I understand, when I know the glory, that knowing the glory is the true understanding. Hana? When you take up an Upanishad like this Shwethashwathara, If you're just browsing through the contents, also thinking about them and understand at least word meaning or superficial things, see the glory of that Upanishad. How sincere, serious were those Brahmavadino Vadanti rishis. How the leader of them is the Shwethashwathara ji, from his own experience, from the experience of others, from the data collected from other Upanishads, all the required things in these sixth chapter he has put that, though appearing to be simple, for you and I, see, 570 days we are studying one Upanishad. अरे मांडुक्य में भी इतना टाइम नहीं लगा, तैत्तिरीय में भी इतना टाइम नहीं लगा. They appear to be more sublime, more deeper texts, no? तो इसमें तो और भी चल रहा है ना. स्टिल वी आर इन फिफ्थ चैप्टर सेवंथ मंत्र ओनली. इसमें और साथ है फिर नेक्स्ट चैप्टर 23. It may take 1 month, 2 months. See, that's the meaning of understanding the glory. In that way, my Guru, think about him, understand him, know the glory. Isn't it? My Ishtadevata, think about him. See, the other day, it was first time revelation to me. गणपति हमको पता है, बोलते हैं उनका नाम, but when the stotras were being studied, I tell you, a full of Mandukya Upanishad is written on Ganapati. No other god it is seen. At least I have not gone through. That Chaturtha Atma Vastu is replaced by Ganapati, and Ganapati is talked as the Turi Atma in that entire Upanishad. Such a big one that Ganapati, Thapini Upanishad. We have all chanted, no? Pura Thapini, 3 chapters, Uttara Thapini, 5 chapters. When that chanting was going on, Bapre, glory of Ganapati is known when we study it. Ishtadevata I am telling. So too, if your Ishtadeva is Krishna, my Kisan Bhakt, think what is Krishna. Understand what is Krishna. Then you will know what glory he has. Isn't it? This is what you and I as a human being need to do to sustain on the path of evolution and not on the path of degradation. Third thing. Then after the understanding comes the fourth one. I'm cutting short to save the time. After understanding only comes the Shraddha aspect, the faith. How many times we have heard this word? But this word Shraddha, really how many times we heard with Shraddha? Have we thought about that word Shraddha? Thinking. Then have we understood the word Shraddha? Have we understood the glory of the word Shraddha? Shraddha Shabd. Isn't it? Sat dhatte iti Shraddha. Then we apply it to ourselves and see in the things in which we are supposed to have the Shraddha. Do we have? How much we have? How consistently we have? In how much quantity we have? How much deeply we have? है ना? The sign of Shraddha is what? You will not give it up. है ना? आपको चीज में श्रद्धा है तो कभी छोड़ोगे नहीं आप. छोड़ दिया, we are becoming continuously distracted, disturbed, like in a class. If the student is continuously looking here and there, I mean what? He has no Shraddha in the teachings of the teacher there. It's a very simple sign. Anywhere, everywhere you can see. So this most sacred word, the Shraddha, how much we discussed about this word 3 days back. The whole day's common sense thought was dedicated for that. हमें सी श्रद्धा शब्द को ही पूर्णतया नहीं समझा मैंने. Then how will I understand the mahatmya of that Shraddha? Then only na I look into myself and know the need of it and assess how much I have that. Then come the next two questions in all the above things. What are the things I have to do to increase this Shraddha, intensify this Shraddha? Upar ka bhi, thinking. I'm zero level at the thinking means how to intensify it. If I am zero level in my understanding, then how to make that understanding more thorough? See Pujya Gurudev's efforts. How many books and books of scraps and bits he has utilized in his effort to understand. All the books or shastras which he has studied, which later on he himself wanted to write the commentaries and give lectures. That effort for the clear understanding. One mantra of Gita, if he has to speak, the complete meaning, that to the modern man, he has gone through the commentary of Gita at least 25, 30 great people. That was his effort. Shankara Bhashya, Ramanuja Bhashya, Sri Bhashya कहते हैं उसको, Madhva Bhashya, then the Gudartha Deepika, then the Gita Rahasya of the Tilak, and many other who have giants who have written commentaries on Gita. That is the effort of him in wanting to understand what is in Gita in its entirety. Then only he got the mastery over it, the authority on it. Therefore, he could roar on Gita Jnanam for 42 and a half years all over the world. It's not just like that ऐसे किताब खोला उनको ज्ञान आ गया वो बोलते गए ऐसा किसी को नहीं होता होता तो हमको भी होना चाहिए. If he has got such a wide understanding, vast understanding of Gita, at the age of 35, 40, now we are double than him. Gurudeva started the sums at 35 years only. At that time only he was 100. We have 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 200. Capacities are the same given to all of us. But the efforts are not good. So if my understanding at the less level, how to intensify that understanding? What is the effort I have to put? So the thinking के बारे में, the understanding के बारे में, the third one we are discussing, the faith. I have to have so much of तड़प in me that जिसमें faith होना चाहिए वो नहीं है यार. और जिसमें नहीं होना चाहिए जो बार बार मुझे धोखा दे रहा है, बार बार मुझे फंसा रहा है, बार बार मुझे दुख दे रहा है. What a stupid I am that I have blind faith for them. Isn't it? The same food which again and again creating acidity, I eat it. See the faith in me, see the blind faith in me that it will not trouble me. And I take again I suffer. Like that, how many hundreds of times, thousands of times I might have suffered by repeating the mistake. That's a misplaced Shraddha. So too with the people. How many of them humiliated us, insulted us, your own children, grandchildren. कितने श्रद्धा के साथ उसको अपना के घर बुला के या उस घर जाते हो. He doesn't care you only, and you come with frustrated, frowning face. And again, next time, after some days, again is Shraddha. इस बार मेरा बेटा सुधर गया होगा. अरे पहले पापा को सुधरना है भाई. What is the sudra of the papa? He will not go anywhere. He will be at his own house. He will do his sadhana. है ना? There is no पापा बेटा एक जिंदगी की बात है. साधक के रूप में तो we have to live so many lives. Like these stupid children, grandchildren will be born even to buffalo also every life. There is nothing great about it. Mind your sadhana. See that? Faith misplaced. And where the faith has to be. How many of the stotras we chanted? See in the meaning in which this way you worship the Lord, you will be blessed by the bhukti, mukti and all. हम इतना लाइटली लेते हैं उस बात को. 100 बार सुनकर भी जगत की चीजें एक बार एडवर्टाइजमेंट देखा इतना फेथ होता है. यू गो फॉर इट, सेल आउट मनी एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स, सी दैट दिस फेथ. 100 बार गुरु ने कहा भैया ये पूजा करो, ये जप करो. हम पूजा करो कभी गए भी नहीं पूजा रो में. कभी वो मूर्तियां खरीदे ही नहीं, कभी पंचपात्र लिया ही नहीं, कभी नहाकर धोती धोती पहनना नहीं आता. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो निकल जाती है. See that faith. It's all faith only, no? About how many things we heard about. But the thinking, if it is not there, the understanding will not there. If the understanding is not there, the Shraddha will not be there. and each of them have to be at their peak level. Same thing, words remain same, but their understanding, their glory is understanding, and then need of them in our life, then how to achieve them. These are the things. Okay. About the faith, we have talked. Third word. Now the fourth word is similar to it, but little more deeper, more beautiful. They can be replaced. आपके प्रायोरिटी में पहले इसको बाद में उसको पहले उसको बाद में इसको कर सकते हो. That's called as the love. ये दोनों साथ में जाते हैं. Whichever I love, I trust it. Wherever I have a trust, there is a chance for me to have love for it. प्रेम कहते हैं, है ना? In the world, there are so many things worthy of love by us. We don't love them. Love, devotion, replaceable. Okay, I'm using one word. The emotion of that, feeling of that love. है ना? Have we loved those very sacred things which are supporting our life? सूर्य भगवान को प्यार किया, उनके बिना हम जी नहीं सकते. चंद्रमा को प्यार किया, पंच महाभूतों को प्यार किया. क्या लव कहाँ है हम? How lightly we take them for granted. So to our parents, grandparents, siblings who have supported us all through life, how we take them for granted. Love is very, very sacred word, and if one word which is highly abused in the whole universe is the love only. Sacred most word, the love, the prema, the bhakti, most misunderstood and misused for anything. I love it, I like it. It's a very precious thing it is. Right? Again, it depends on the Shraddha, and that Shraddha depends on understanding. Understanding depends on your thinking. Thinking depends on the data. What is to be loved in this world? Because of whom we are alive. All the things which we have to discard, we have so much love for it. I love the sweets, but they are creating diabetes, you are dying because of that. I don't love that kadwa medicine given by the doctor. अरे भैया वही तुमको जिंदा कर रहा है. Like that examples. आई लव दीज फ्रेंड्स. उनके साथ बैठकर ना घंटों पता नहीं कैसे बीतते. अरे घंटों पता नहीं कैसे बीतते. ए पशु ऑल्सो कैनॉट से. हाउ कैन यू अफोर्ड टू से दैट आई डोंट नो हाउ द टाइम इज स्पेंट? सच अ स्टूपिड फेलो. यू शुड नो व्हाट फॉर द टाइम हैज टू बी स्पेंट. How can you afford to love that person because of whom you become worldly? Already you are worldly, and you are taking chance to be with that person who talks only nonsense. Anything other than Paramatma is nonsense. Full stop. That's all. And we love. And the gurus, the Mahatmas, who tirelessly, relentlessly, trying every means for guiding us, inspiring us, putting us on the path, we don't have even a little respect for them, value for them. We do the natak. We are not talking about natak again. We are talking about the deep meaning of these words. And think about if you have true faith and love in my guru, what will be my attitude? What will be my expression? And not physical sevas and all, the deeper ones. How much I value his words and all that. How much respectfully, reverentially I practice them. If they are not there, that means don't love. The depth of the love. Even use the word for the wife. I love my wife. You what love you are doing himsa to her. The only time she is happy is when you are sleeping or when you are in class. You are not love. You are attached. You are selfish only. That's not never a love. Love is born out of faith. Faith is born out of understanding. Understanding is born out of thinking. They're all very sublime words. So again, apply all these to our spiritual things also. Say remain things remain same. My thinking, my understanding, my faith, my love. For the Shastra, for the Guru, for the Ishtadevata, for the Brahma Tattva which is talked in the Upanishads, कहाँ प्यार है बताओ? Understanding is that when the glory is understood and accepted. If the glory understood and accepted, it definitely expresses as the faith. If there is a faith, it must have the love. When there is love, there is obviously single pointedness. Okay, the love word. Then three more words. Quickly, I'll say you think and understanding. After love, the desire to achieve it. After the desire, the thorough planning for it. After the planning, the most important is relentless, continuous execution of the plan. Then the experience of the result. Hana, take the example of japa sadhana, thinking about japa, understanding about the japa and its glory, having faith in japa, loving that japa. Then, after the prema for the sadhana of the japa, then the proper planning as to which japa to do, how to do. Then actually implementing that planning of doing. Then enjoying the result. Enjoying means experiencing the result. Yes, as a result of my this japa, my mind is now in the ekagra bhumika. And I'm so conscious that conscious is the word. ये सब में जोड़ो उसको. I'm so conscious that because of my this japa to that Lord, He is blessing me. I can vividly see His blessings in every aspect of my life. He is managing my finance. He is managing my outer relation. He is managing my health. He is managing my security. He is managing my mind's health. He is managing my consistency in my spirituality. He is the one who is blessing me to be able to do all that. जिस परमात्मा का मैं जप कर रहा हूँ वो अनुभव आता है और द पूजा अदर वन it's an anubhava that I am worshipping daily with Rudram, my Lord Shiva, and it's so conspicuous that I am experiencing His grace in and through every moment. Yeah, I can't share it, but I know we are in the vagueness of that experience of the grace of the Lord. Because in the all earlier things also, we are vague. Means we only know the words, not even the literal meaning. And forget about the indicative meaning. Forget about, as we said, the depth of it, the vastness of every word. Okay, same way with the, I talked about Japa and Upasana, so to the Vedanta, the Brahma Tattva, the Sarva Vyapaka Sarva Adhisthana Brahma. That alone is real. You know, if I heard it, if I thought over it, if I understood it, if I understood its glory, if I have faith in it, if I loved it, and if I meditated on it, if I realized it, other than that, is there anything else for me to attach? Is a spiritual person, can he afford to get one thought also focused on anything? Can't, because it's understood it's mithya. Because only Brahman is real. अभी हमको देखो. Every day we listen Upanishad Brahma Gyan, but other than Brahma, to everything we are attached. How can you attach the mithya? That means what? That's not realized on the seat of meditation. That the substratum, the self alone is real. Everything is kalpit. उसमें डेप्थ नहीं है, उसमें वास्टनेस नहीं है, उस एक्सपीरियंस. एग्जाम्पल. So the words remain same, but how deep we have become meaningful in that words, so that those words have become meaningful in our lives evolution. The thinking, the understanding, the faith, the love, the planning, the execution, and the experience. कितने शब्द हो गए? 6 या 7. Thinking, understanding, faith, love, planning, execution, and the experience. 7 शब्द. Experience is the ultimate. It's very deep inside. Experience that love for your family. You not just say. And I every moment चिढ़ जाते हो, गुस्सा करते हो. You're not experiencing love. The one who experiences, he's infinitely patient. When he's patient infinitely, he fully understands everyone's limitations. Then he, instead of becoming angry, becomes infinitely compassionate. and forgiving. The Guru and the Lord, they know about we all the Jiva sadhakas thoroughly because they love us so much. That's why they have infinite patience, love to continuously guide us. One example. So now onwards, our efforts will be single pointed. We are not worried more about so many things. These crucial, salient things, 7 words, with regard to my spirituality, have to become deep and intense in them. All the 7 things, understand to experience. उसमें सारा ऐड करो द गुरु भक्ति द ईश्वर भक्ति द शास्त्र सिद्धांत ज्ञान शास्त्र सिद्धांत साधना एंड अनुभूति हमारा इस पे ही इंपॉर्टेंट एंड 1 or 2 if you want to add the other aspects of our qualifications विवेक वैराग्य समाधि षटक संपदा इसका भी हमें थिंकिंग होना है इसका भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना है इसका भी हमें फेथ होना है इसके बारे में लव होना है इनका भी हमें प्लान करके प्रॉपरली एग्जीक्यूट करके एक्सपीरियंस करना है यस नाउ आई एम द मास्टर ऑफ शम मास्टर ऑफ दम यू नो नॉट इवन आई डोंट नो द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड अरे यार क्या कर रहे हो इतने साल से मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ गुरु करते जाते हैं क्या प्रवचन नहीं होता ऐसा हमें ना मैदान में उतरना पड़ता है कूदना पड़ता है ना अब दूर से देखो तो कुछ नहीं होता you only end up in spending those 500,000 rupees for the ticket when you go to watch the hockey football cricket को ताली बजाओगे वो you have to throw into the मैदान as a player then only you'll know the both the things the effort that goes in to make oneself such a great player then only the great glory of the money name and fame they get. You understand? उतरो तो मैदान में. See, you will just see our cricket Indian players. Even in the far off countries, Dubai में, the craze they have in the public. उनके ऑटोग्राफ के लिए सेल्फी लेके तड़पते हैं लोग पाँव में पड़ते. I'm not talking about whether it's correct or not. What Bernard Shaw said, 11,000 fools watching, the 11 fools playing. That's a different aspect. That's the real truth. वो देखो वो बकवास की चीजें करते रहते ओके बट देन कम टू दैट पॉइंट सी द क्रेज सी द फैन फॉलोइंग इट्स नॉट जस्ट उतरा है उसने मैदान में इफ यू लिसन टू सम ऑफ देयर स्टोरीज हाउ मच इन वन केस द पेरेंट्स रिजेक्टेड ओनली डोंट डू बट समहाउ ये घर से गुमशुदा होकर प्रैक्टिस करता था इन अदर केस द पेरेंट्स ओनली सोल्ड आउट देयर प्रॉपर्टीज एंड दिस एंड दैट टू मेक दैट चाइल्ड दैट स्पोर्ट्स पर्सनालिटी the Indian sports personality, we see them, what background they come from. I'm telling उतरना है फील्ड में अभी आप और हम इवन क्लास को 5 साल से आ रहे हैं लेकिन उतरे नहीं उसमें अगेन दैट वर्ड उतरना इज हैज डिफरेंट मीनिंग डीप मीनिंग व्हाट आई मेंट आई नो इट इफ यू आर ट्यून्ड यू आल्सो फील इट है ना इफ रियली हम उतरते हैं तो कितने घूम फिरा के इन ऑल द 9 Upanishads, maybe 500, 600, 8 mantras, we should have by hearted them by now. We should have mastered the meaning of each of them through Bhashyam. है ना कुछ इसका तो उतरे नहीं हम इसमें then how can we expect results? Results will definitely come if we do. If the results are never coming means we are not doing. You think that you are doing. I think I am doing, but I am not doing. See, I think I am doing, but I am not doing. So thinking से ही हमारा problem. You are not thought over. So may the Lord divine, already is blessing, continue blessing us. May we also realize. Right, friends? Thank you. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Om Yedime Guruvi Purvam Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Om Shruthashwathara ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्य तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मन्दिरादीनां पुनराप्तिदेश निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं पारायणं चौथा अध्याय पांचवा मंत्र से अजामेकां लोहितशुक्लकृष्णां बह्वीः प्रजाः सृजमानां स्वरूपाः अजो हि को जुषमाणोऽनुशेते जहात्येनां भुक्तभोगामजोऽन्यः द्वासुपर्णासयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिशस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादु अत्ति अनश्नन्नन्यो अभिचाकशीति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यत्यन्यमीशम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतशोकः ऋचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन्न यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं ऋचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुस्ते इमे समासते. Parayanam is done. In the study of it, in the Shastra Panchamodhyaya, hope seventh mantra, every word is caught. It's the beginning of description about the Jiva. 8 points are told here. Each of them are very clear, complete, sacred, interconnected too. So, who is Jiva? Who is you and I? Every Jiva. It can be a microbe, bacteria also. It can be a Brahma Deva also. पिपीलिकादि ब्रह्म पर्यंतम जीव भाव में यही चीज होते हैं. In their quality, quantity, there may be difference. है ना? Like every body, human contains same Bhajamahut. Quality, quantity different. That's why somebody 120 kg, somebody is 40 kg. 3 गुना बड़ा है वो. He is 40 only, but 120 is 3 गुना. है ना? मुझे हमेशा ये आता है फ्लाइट पे जाने के टाइम में ना, वेट 15 किलो होना चाहिए. अब 2 किलो भी ज्यादा है ना, 15 किलो. वो ही से 1,000 रुपए भरो. और मेरे को हमेशा पूछने को मन में आता है उसको उनको कि यार मैं ओनली 60 kg हूँ, दैट अदर फेलो 95 kg इज सिटिंग. वो तो 35 किलो ज्यादा है, हम उसको ढो रहे हो. You understand? पता नहीं क्यों that thought comes. The fellow is sitting next to me is 100 kilo. I'm only 60, 40 more than me. And 2 kilo ज़्यादा होने से you're asking me 1,000 rupees. In that way, you should take from him 20,000 more because he's 40 kg more than me. So, the quantity, quality of the material may be different, but the Mahabhuta, Panchamahabhuta वही है ना. In the same way, every jiva constitutes these things only. Now, be attentive as we already discussed. Therefore, this is not a very sacred, respectful thing. Understanding it is sacred and respectful. बट ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि इसके कारण ही हम जीव के रूप में बंधित हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक जीव इज गुणान्वय. सो इट्स नॉट उपनिषद में कहा देयरफॉर इट इज वेरी रेस्पेक्टफुल कि जीव इज विथ द कर्म गुण कर्म वासना एंड ज्ञान वासना. It is not an asset, it's a liability. Because of that only that you have gunavas, karma vasana and jnana vasana, that continuously you are having desires and you are struggling with the karma and karma phala in this world. It should be understood that जीव का अर्थ उनके जो भी लक्षण है शुभ लक्षण नहीं है समझो, because we should not be जीवा, we should be the atman, as simple as that. So gunanvayaha, have we felt for ourselves that we have the bundle of memories, vasanas of the jnana and karma, and every ingredient aspect of the jnana and karma. Second is what, as I said now in the today's discussion, the thinking aspect, the understanding aspect, etc. इस knowledge का भी हमें वही होना है. Like phala karma karta is the word used. How deeply we have thought over it and understood that always I am the doer of some or the other karma, keeping the phala in my mind. Are, why are you going for any phala? You are already the blissful self, isn't it? Think about the two possibilities, extreme. There is one side, the ultimate side, the great Mahatmas, that even without an iota expectation of any phala, they are doing million things, great things. And we do small little things and expect so much fun. है कि नहीं? एक माला भगवान का जप कर दिया और कहते हैं भगवान मुझे 1 करोड़ रुपए मिल रहा है. अरे डिड यू डू योर माइंड वाज ऑन 1 करोड़ ओनली, नॉट इवन ऑन माला इवन वंस. एक नाम भी आपने ढंग से नहीं लिया और वी डू द फलापेक्षा. And only when the phala comes, then I do the work. And more worst are the government servants. That they get so much of salaries, increments, hikes, pay hikes, TS and DS merged in the main salary. And yet they want perks. Yet they want rishwat. Even now, with the so-called honest government. है ना? 200-500 दिया नहीं तो काम होता ही नहीं. See the government hospitals even now, the pension offices even now. Phalakarma karta. He cannot think that without taking some extra money, that I can do the work. See the traffic police taking the things. See the license giving officers. See the medical staff, whoever they are. जेब में कुछ लगाना ही पड़ता है, ऐसे देखते हैं. Even now it is so much. It won't go by outer changes. Only when the people are educated from within it, that they understand the value of honesty, the value of being non-corrupt or not taking rishwat. Then only the country's economy overnight will grow. The target of 5 billion or trillion is already achieved in India. If you give up that corruption, it's already there. I'm giving you, see, the example of Phalakarma Karta. We analyzed about the word, but that's not the right way actually. I have to think about myself. Which are the karmas I am doing without phalasakti, not without purpose. Huh? Every action should have purpose. Purposeless action is called foolishness. No, it should be. Even animals don't do. है ना? Purpose तो होता है, but that is not the selfish purpose. है ना? Two only selfish purposes we can have in the world. One is Antakarana Shuddhi, second is Atmanubhuti. They are not selfish, they are not actually the purposes, they are the goals. Now you see, when you think about the word Phala Karma Karta, as we analyze the whole world and ourselves, see the trees and all, have they expected the phala of giving their phala? बस हमको जीने के लिए पानी दो और बस उतने ही वो मांगते. If as the mango seller sells each mango 20 rupees, if the tree also sells its every year's mangoes, it gets 2-3,000 mangoes per annum. So 30-40 years onwards, every year it is giving some 3,000 mango. Every tree should be a karodpati. Isn't it? But उनका वो फलाशक्ति नहीं होता. So to the river, so to every one of them. In that way, these mantras have to be thought. Our Falapeksha is sustaining us to be the Jiva. Therefore, we are not realizing our essentials. Our Guna Anvitatva is sustaining us to be Jiva. Therefore, we are not realizing self. Therefore, the focus of our attention and sadhana should be to be freed from the gunas, the vasanas, and also to be freed from the kamya karma, the phalasakti, phalakarma karta. The third one is Krutasya tasyaiva sacha upabhokta. Krutasya tasyaiva sacha upabhokta. अब देखो the contradiction in our thinking if we are deep. What is it? The पाप कर्म का फल हमको ही भोगना पड़ता है. Nobody else can. That's not the rule in the world. But that one, we want to share it with others. We want the Lord to forgive. Forgive not to rectify from that mistake. Secretly, the inner agenda is what? To do that mistake repeatedly. If somebody is coming to the temple or any place of worship, asking for the forgiveness for the same mistake again next Friday, has he rectified his mistake or is he taking the Lord for granted? Think about it. A contradiction in this. कि papa karma we do and we want others to take the phala or ask the Lord to forgive. पुण्य कर्म हम करते ही नहीं है और उसका फल चाहते हैं या थोड़ा करते हैं और ज्यादा फल चाहते हैं. फल का उपभोग itself is wrong from the sadhana standpoint. And उसमें we want the upabhoga of the punya phala without doing an iota of it and continuously do the papa and उसका फल हम नहीं चाहते. Now see how many misunderstandings are there in this jiva about his own life. That's called delusion. Isn't it? That's why, that's the because of no understanding, because no thinking. If I think deeply about myself and understand where do I stand and understand whether it is right or wrong, will I not promote if I am right in that more and more or progress? Will I not rectify my mistakes? This project we are not taking up. Are this called spirituality? Who said spirituality means listening some books, having some superficial understanding and boasting ourselves, doing samadhi, other upasanas? It's all protecting the world from you temporarily. That's it. There's no spirituality at all in it. Without the clear most understanding, the spirituality never begins only. So falasya च उपभोक्ता, isn't it? अब दूसरी बात क्या है? More and more punya karma we do, all the phala, we have to offer it to the world because world needs punya karma phala. Because world's punya karma phala is sukha. World is in such a dukkha. See, how many times did we say in our morning's puja, कि today's entire puja phala, I am giving it for the removal of the misery of these patients in the hospitals. पहले तो पूजा करते ही नहीं. How many times did we do that saying? डरते हाँ मेरे को चाहिए मेरे को चाहिए मेरे को चाहिए. और किया थोड़ा कितना in your 20 minutes of puja, 19.5 minutes, your mind is distracted only. There is no Shraddha in the Bhagwan in that Murti. There is no proper steps followed. And mantra ucharana to kiya hi nahi. You don't know even the mantra, sleepy. See that when you start thinking what is said in Upanishads and what we are under. So too in the evening class of Ramayana, when the Kag Bosundiji is telling about Manasa Roga, how much we have gone deep into the thinking and understanding. There also, tasyeva, krutasya, tasyeva, sacha upabhokta. Think about it. We have no freedom to discard the phala of the papa, which will be very dukkha. We have all the freedom to give the phala of the punya to others. More importantly, we have freedom both to do papa, to do punya, and to rise above both of them to do only sadhana. This is called the understanding of the Upanishad. So when the one who continues to do the punya papa, he is in jiva. The one who starts doing the sadhana, he is called sadhaka. So from the Dehosmi to Jivosmi, from the Jivosmi to Sadhakosmi. See, 3 days back in our common sense thought, did we discuss? Think about it. So third one is Krutasya Tasyeva Sachopa Bhokta. Then the next one was about the Jiva Savishwarupa. Savishwarupa. See how much consequence is there in the meaning of this word if we think. First point is what? This sharira of ours which we have, isn't it? This is not permanent. Second, before this and after this, there were many and there will be many. Two. Third is what? Those many rupas can be good or bad depending on what you are doing. So therefore, if you are doing all the good things, don't worry about this sharira because you will get better than this also. Then when the bad is being done, be careful. Even this much sharira also will not give you next life. है ना? Think about some of us very healthy, very light in weight, very, long living, good one. और इससे पाप करते जाओ तो अगले जन्म में जिंदगी भर you know, there are some spastic children, there are paralytic children, or children born with polio. I know already birth से ही handicapped, congenital. Who are they? This is the meaning of the word Vishwarupa. Many, many rupas, depending on what we do every time. The human body, the animal bodies, in them also. In the animal also you can see a very healthy cow is there, getting good grass because it's being taken care. There is other cows usko khana hi nahi milta, bechare they are eating all the newspaper and plastic. Who are they? We only. Vishwarupa. A pig. Who are they? It's me only. A kabutar or any of the other rat or chipkali. Jiva only Vaya gets that body. If I am aware of this, that's the meaning of it. The Jiva only Vishwarupa. Jiva is Vishwarupa is not Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter. अच्छा जीव भी विश्वरूप दिखाएगा अरे भाई वो नहीं Vishwarupa means from the good to the worst, every of the Rupa he deserves depending on what he does. If I am deeply understanding this consciously, will I not make right use of this Sharira in such a manner that the Lord is prompted, tempted to give me the better equipments only next life? इससे अच्छा होना है कि नहीं चाहिए अगले जन्म में? Not even these many pains or diseases. Absolutely healthy body throughout life, long life, and every moment I am able to do sadhana. There are many people who want to do so much sadhana, but every part of the body they have diseases and pains. With all their intention, intense nobility, they can't do sadhana because they have done such work earlier that they have to get these bodies. देखो आप कितने साधु संत महात्मा आध्यात्मिक साधकों में कितने भी बीमारियां होते हैं. They are by nature sadhakas now, but they can't because how many diseases. The others are there, such a healthy body with all facilities, but only bhogi bhogi. Now next life they will be having all diseased body only because misused. This is the meaning of Vishwarupa. So gunanvayo yah falakarma karta kurtasya tasya sacha upavokta sa Vishwarupaha. Then trigunaha, trivartma, then pranadipaha, swakarma be sancharati. All of them are sacred. Pranadivi sancharati. Sancharati is important word. 2-3 minutes we will dedicate for it when we meet tomorrow. Swakarma bhi sancharati is the most important word in this law. Homework आपको मेरे लिए भी think about कि kaya vacha manasa what karmas every moment and whole day we are doing. Depending on that we will be sancharati. Think homework कि मैं अभी क्या हूँ तामसिक राजसिक सात्विक सत्कर्म दुष्कर्म You can get an idea कि what will be my next life. Yours, मेरे को मेरे लिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ मुझे आइडिया आएगा ना. आइडिया है ना. You may not know what I am doing. I may not know what you are doing, but I know what's my. You know what it will help give us an idea if you think deeply. Oh, this is what is my personality, my vyaktitva, my performances. So what suits this is that body. So the Lord is going to give me that sharira next life, that janma, that jivana, that surroundings. And with all my spiritual opportunities given, if I am भोगी अगले जन्म मेरे को वो भोग वाले ही वंश में जन्म मिलेगा, है ना. Instead of with in spite of all the bhoga vastus around, yet I am seeking yoga sadhana. You will be getting the sharira in the yogis family. Yogi nameva kule bhavati dhimatam etadidulabataram loke enmaya didrusham. Chapter Gita, 6th chapter. That's the meaning of Swakarma. See that one shloka only, how much of the depth is there for us to understand. The details are there, sacred details. Whatever we have discussed today, none of them are meaningless. All of them are meaningful purpose. This is the meaning of thinking about Shastra Jnana, understanding the Shastra. Then they have faith in it, love it. Then therefore think, plan what is to be done, execute and enjoy. At this level of one aspect, can we command our next life to be more nobler than this? Yes, if we understand it and do what is to be done and avoid what is not to be done. Think. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnasya Purnamevas. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam. Thank you friends. गीता थोड़ा सा पढ़ने आइए.